everyone! Welcome to another Wideo Wednesday.
Oh, I thought we're clinking. So, we are recording this on Tuesday, and it will come out tomorrow, which for you will be today, and we are talking about the election.
As information comes in, we'll talk to you about it. So this is our reaction video to election night. And to celebrate tonight, we are eating the most American food there is. Old-fashioned Texas barbecue. You may be wondering, but you're in LA. How are you getting Texas barbecue? Well, there is a place here in LA that serves pretty darn good, really close to home Texas barbecue. It definitely feeds my craving, and she likes it, so that's what we're gonna eat.
So we have cornbread, ribs, pulled pork, brisket, medium sauce, hot sauce, macaroni and cheese, coleslaw, baked beans, and toast. We got real toast, guys, and we're not toasting it.
It's bread in America. Take a look at that. You know this is an authentic Texas barbecue place when they sell you Big Red. You have to go to Texas to get some Big Red. And the fact that they had this makes me so happy.
What is a Big Red?
It's a soda. It's a soda that sort of tastes like bubblegum.
No, let me try. It doesn't taste like bubblegum. Ugh, gross. Absolutely tastes like bubblegum. Ugh.
I can't wait to go to Texas and have some real barbecue, but this is going to satisfy for now as we watch the election.
It is 6:39 and we are checking on the election results with our friend Peter.
You can actually kind of think of this like a crossover. He actually does have a YouTube channel where he talks about American soccer players. Yes, they do exist.
Well, thank you, Josie and Everett. Excited to be here as always on this very suspenseful night. How would you say is the mood in the room tonight, Everett?
I feel like the mood is pretty positive, to be honest with you. Initial numbers are coming in, and it's looking actually pretty good for Biden. I mean, I don't know if my Bernie shirt kind of gave that away, but I'm leaning a little to the left. Actually, this is one of my favorite shirts. This is the only political shirt I've ever gotten, and it's from 2016. But unfortunately, my good friend Leo stretched it out a bit.
We're excited to have a real German from an actual democracy. What's it like living in a country where the people actually get to decide who is their rulers?
It's fun because we just have an election and we get a result and then that usually stands and then they have to form a coalition and compromise and be reasonable human beings. Fun fact, we actually don't have to board up all our businesses on election night.
You heard it here first, folks. In Germany, they don't worry about civil strife after an election. Tyler Adams from RB Leipzig for president.
I mean, I'm all for that.
Yes, aren't you an RB Leipzig fan?
Yaha.
Aha. Nobody in Germany likes RB Leipzig. I am led to believe this. Is this true, Josie?
No, I love them. So that already proves you wrong.
So there's Josie.
What's also interesting is that America just votes a ton of things at the same time. So we're getting results for the presidency, but we're also getting results for the Senate and the House. And they go by county, and then the county is part of a state, and then in that state the vote matters. And then there's the Electoral College, which nobody understands what they do.
Every state has a certain amount of Electoral College votes based on the size of their population. In California, we have 55 because we have the biggest population in the US. If 51% of the people in this state vote for a candidate, the state gets all of those votes go towards that candidate. So your 49% that voted the other way doesn't matter. So it's a messed up system, but we don't have much of a choice in it, at least not right now.
The Electoral College was designed so that a minority of Americans in America can have a bigger say in the politics of America.
They're counting a ton of votes today because today was official election day. But there was also mailing in ballots and there was early voting, and some of those haven't been received or haven't been counted. So even though they're going to say we counted all votes today, that doesn't mean that those were all votes.
They're calling it a blue shift, which is that it looks like Trump wins, but once all the votes are counted, then Biden ends up winning. Depending on who the governor is and depending on the Supreme Court of each state, there's always the possibility that Bush versus Gore can happen again, which is that the Supreme Court decides to stop counting the votes.
How rude is that? They just decide not to count your vote? This is not democracy, guys.
You heard it here, folks. All your election night coverage on Everett Joe Entertainment. Which old white man is going to screw us over for the next 4 years? We're here to tell you the good, bad, or medium news first.
All right, it is 7:40, so it's been an hour since we checked what's happening. We are here with our roommate Malu.
Hello.
Malu, where are you from?
I am from Brazil.
Is that a real democracy or is that like America?
I have no idea. Probably like America, because no place is perfect.
Oh, that's something we can all agree on.
10:45 in New York, so their polls have closed and they're counting and all that stuff. But in California, people are actually still in line to vote.
Right now?
Yeah, right now you could still vote.
Wow.
I mean, you can't because you're
I
Brazilian.
can't.
Yeah, you don't
I
have
can't vote. Vote for me, please.
So it's still too close to call in most states. Pretty much Louisiana has gone to Trump for sure. Kansas has gone to Trump for sure. New York looking like Biden. Massachusetts looking like Biden. It's still too close to call for Texas, which is surprising because Texas is usually red. I'm kind of excited for my state.
At this point in time, they're saying that Biden has 118 votes in the Electoral College and Trump has 102, if I'm seeing that right. Some of those are called now, but that doesn't mean that they'll stay that way because of all these ballots that still haven't been counted.
You know, Louisiana, it was such a huge divide. It doesn't matter how many mail-in votes there are, Trump will still take Louisiana.
I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is it only 2 options?
Because America isn't a democracy.
There are actually other options, including Kanye West and his guy. See, the thing is Kanye West is running for vice president for some reason, and he had some other name running for president.
And then there is a Green Party and there is a Libertarian Party, and they do get some press, but not enough people will vote for, let's say, the Green Party. So then it's better to instead vote for the Democrats instead of their actual first choice, because they don't have a coalition system here where the 2 best candidates could work together. They just have one person has to take the whole thing.
Someone could vote Libertarian, but it would be like giving up your vote for Trump and letting Biden have that vote. Or if you vote Green Party, you know, you're giving away your vote that you could have given to Biden, and then Trump might win. That's how people kind of look at it. It's more likely to have a Libertarian, Independent, or whatnot in the legislative branch, which does happen. I think Rand Paul is a Libertarian.
No, Rand Paul's a
Politician-
Republican. He ran for president against
No,
Trump.
when you run for president, that's the thing. So like Bernie Sanders was an independent, but he ran as a Democrat. For when you run for president, if you want to be even considered, you have to run for one of the 2 parties.
This makes my head hurt.
I don't know what's happening. I have another question. You mentioned the Green Party. What is the Green Party?
The Green Party, I mean, mostly is for the environment.
Personally, climate change is my number 1. I'm really neck and neck with climate change and education on that. I go back and forth a little bit as my top 2 issues.
Climate change is the reason that you still have to care about this presidential election, even if you're not in America. Because the climate is affected everywhere, and then it means that no matter what other countries try to do, if the US doesn't, we are losing this uphill battle.
Would you consider the U.S. still a first world country? I mean, we're boarded up for this election.
No joke. Businesses out on the streets have boarded up their windows, their doors, because they are literally expecting riots after this election night. We are still the largest economy in the world. We still have the strongest military in the world. So we have certain aspects of our country that are still first world. Third world country in some respects. Yes.
Like, you shouldn't have to worry about getting education for everyone. You shouldn't have to worry about healthcare for everyone.
And, you know, just some of the things that Trump does and says.
Those are things that in a first world country don't happen. I don't know if you followed news recently, but all these things about the Supreme Court nominee that was recently confirmed, they literally 4 years ago made a big deal about their opinion of like, these are things that we stand for. You can't have a Supreme Court nominee in the last year of a president's blah, blah, blah. But now they literally were just like, oh, you know what? We lied. and they completely changed their mind. And yet, those people are getting reelected.
It's about how you play the system and how you use it to benefit your party. It's not about being honest. It's not about being fair. It's about how to manipulate the system to work in your favor. And Republicans are just masters at that.
Yeah, they're really good at that. All politicians have a personal agenda and they all just want to be more powerful. And no politician is perfect. But I think Democrats get caught up in trying to be decent human beings occasionally. Pennsylvania is not looking good.
Dude, I know Pennsylvania is like really disappointing me right now.
Pennsylvania, we trusted you, but he is winning Connecticut.
Yeah, who cares?
What's really funny is that all of a sudden it says 192 for Biden and 114 for Trump, simply because they said California, Oregon, and Washington are gonna go to Biden. We just closed our polls, but they just already said Biden is getting all these votes.
California has gone blue for the past forever. So right now the states to watch are Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, and North Carolina, although Arizona, Biden is actually doing surprisingly well.
Florida is looking like Trump. Texas is looking like Trump.
For the states that are too close, by the end of the night, if they are still very close, we just have to wait until they count all of the votes.
Some states count more than other states. Like West Virginia was called for Donald Trump, but it's 5 votes. That doesn't seem like it's relevant. I'm sorry, West Virginia, but you're not relevant.
Yeah.
Alaska's 2 votes? Why even bother?
It looks like Tennessee has gone to Donald Trump. That's been called. Georgia is fairly close.
Oh, look, the popular vote's on screen right now. Biden has literally 50% of the vote, and Trump has 48.5% of the vote. That's at the moment, because not everything is counted yet, but that still means like the country is super split.
Virginia is also swinging very heavily towards Biden by like 10%, which is another 9 electoral votes. Don't know if you guys saw that. Just chiming in with some positivity because we need it. Good luck, guys. Hang in there.
Thanks, Peter.
Adams for president. Tyler Adams, don't forget.
Okay, so clearly Florida is going to Trump. I'm really surprised that Pennsylvania is swinging towards Trump. That's kind of disappointing. In fact, it's so disappointing I need a drink. I got myself some whiskey,
A small bottle.
lemon concentrate, an egg. And normally I would have simple syrup, but I don't have that, so I'm, improvising with sugar. What was that?
Nevada had 97% for Trump.
They counted 400 votes. 91% is for Trump, 7.5% Biden. That's 374 for Trump and 31 votes for Biden.
This just in. It's too early to call.
1, 2, 3.
Ohio's going to Trump. Actually looks like a lot.
And then add in the egg white. Whoa.
Gosh, how can you be so bad at separating an egg? Put it in here, you can't save it. Okay, I'll separate your yolk for you. God, how can somebody be bad at this? Oh, Hawaii is too early to call?
There you
Oh,
go.
the eggs are a little cold.
There you go, perfect.
New Mexico is not like Mexico at all.
It's Arizona, and then he's at 2.
Your mom har Hände washed.
And there you have a whiskey sour.
Ohio.
Losing Ohio is a really big loss for us. We're only halfway through Pennsylvania, but it's not looking good.
Man, Florida, I don't know what's happening with you, because you have Disneyland. How are you not more fun?
Georgia is almost done. They got 20% more of the vote to count, but Trump has the lead.
The way they cover it on TV makes you think like today there's going to be a decision and then it's absolutely final, but it's just not. So we're doing all these speculations based on like not fully counted areas, and it's very frustrating.
So they are projecting that it is less than likely that the Democrats will take over the Senate.
The House is going to be Democratic, the Senate's going to be Republican.
So we are possibly going into another situation where we're going to have a president that doesn't get anything done. Georgia. Too early. Michigan. Too early. Arizona. Too early. Nevada is like really slow. They're probably still gambling because they only have 5% of the vote in.
So they just literally did a 5-minute segment telling us that they can't tell us anything. Like, that's news here in America. They have Senate results right now. It's 46 to 46.
So if the Senate goes straight 50-50, then whoever is president is going to matter even more.
As of right now, as of right before we're going to bed, Biden has 220 points and Trump has 213, so that's practically even. So I think we're gonna have a really restless night, and then tomorrow morning, hopefully we'll know anything.
Hey everyone.
So it's the morning, we're just kind of getting started with our day and we're checking the results, and they're still not final.
Yeah, they're still counting votes. The projections are looking pretty good. It looks like Biden will get Wisconsin. He has a formidable lead in Michigan. And then all he needs is one more state, either Nevada or Georgia. I'll be happy with either.
He's slightly behind in Georgia, but things could change there. And in Nevada, he's currently ahead, but like by 8,000 votes. So you can really tell how like just a few people kind of can call an election here. He definitely won the popular vote by quite a few million. But to be honest, Donald Trump got a lot of millions of votes, and that's already depressing on its own. With everything, this should have been a landslide. Of course, none of these results are like completely official. This is just the news calling what they're seeing. All the states' attorneys general still have to verify all the results, but it's not very likely that things are going to change. So they'll probably be calling it sometime tonight or tomorrow.
We want to thank everybody for being with us during this video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, share.
Comment. Let us know what you thought of the election.
We want to give a special thanks to our guests, Malu, our roommate, and also Peter. Believe me, guys, he has a really great YouTube channel. Check out the link below to learn more about American professional soccer players in the world.
Also, a huge special thanks to all of our subscribers and all of our Patreons. We really just love having all of you guys. And we have a show coming soon, so see you very soon.
Keep your fingers crossed. It's looking good.
And your thumbs pressed.
Bye.